Before I get started in this video, I want to give all the glory, honor, and praise to the Heavenly Father, the God of Israel, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, Mashiach Yahushua. Double honor to the Apostle and Elders, Great Millstone, and also peace to all you brothers out there that's laboring in this ministry in truth and sincerity, prophesying and teaching, and feeding the Lord's sheep. Also peace to all you believers of the gospel out there as well. I want to get into a quick lesson concerning the American economy and the Lord's judgment. And I don't have a title for it as of yet. After I do the video, I'm going to brainstorm on that. But point is, I want to start off by saying that America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures, built its modern power on prosperity, consumerism, gross materialism, and stolen wealth. Scriptures speak about woe to him that increaseth in that which is not his. Also, American money, really the FRN, the Federal Reserve Note, or the USD, the US dollar, has become national and arguably even a worldwide idol. The god of mammon. You cannot serve God and mammon. You gotta hate the one and love the other, right? God of money is one of the top gods or idols in this world. And when the land worships material wealth, the Lord can judge it through that very same thing that it worships, by withdrawing that prosperity and stripping it away and increasing financial adversity, right? Because it made me think of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11 and verse 16, which speaks about wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished, So I want to get into Revelation chapter 17 and verse 4. And the woman, and that woman is America, the USA, United States, was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. That's the USA. And Pete, what she had on, symbolizing the wealth of America. The scarlet, the purple and scarlet color, those expensive fabrics, decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, the golden cup, symbolizing the wealth and prosperity of Babylon. And figuratively speaking, in these times, these last days we living in, in the beginning of sorrows, the Lord is dismantling this great whore that's corrupting the earth, right? He's ripping her clothes and jewelry off. That's the Lord exposing and breaking down this American system economically. What is Isaiah 47? Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. It speaks about that thy nakedness shall be uncovered and thy shame shall be seen. Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh. So America is being exposed on all levels, man. And it's going to soon transition to that economic collapse and downturn. It's going to soon transition into that overflowing scourge that's written in Isaiah chapter 28, right? Jacob's trouble, which is a plethora of plagues, is going to overtake and consume Babylon. And of course, the Lord is sending it. So famine is going to be taking place, which is mass starvation. A lot of people are going to be dying, right? Starvation. So you're going to have disease, which in the scriptures is known as pestilence. You have chaos, violence, division, war, which can be categorized under the plague of the sword, mass death, and destruction. But the ultimate destruction, is going to come by these other nations shooting their nuclear weapons over here to ultimately destroy the whole land, right? Like it says in Revelation 17th chapter, the 10 horns, it's going to burn America. It's going to burn America up, right? The 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh and burn her with fire, right? So all these nations, these nations that's a part of this European power structure, and really all the nations with nuclear weapons or nuclear arsenal, like Russia, China, France, the UK, Pakistan, I think got it, right? North Korea. They are gonna shoot their arrows at the whore, man, which is America, all right? But before these things, transpire, we see now in today's time that the economy is taking, the economy is taking hits from the Lord. So I have a article that I want to get into from Economic Collapse blog. I recommend you brothers to check that out to stay up to date on the economic state of America. It's a good site to keep watch. It's a article that's entitled "Dramatically Reduced Christmas Spending, Soaring Defaults, and Empty Shelves, 14 Signs That the Condition of the U.S. Economy is worse than you think." All right. So what I did was copied and pasted the whole article because it's long. So I copied and pasted the article, posted it in the ChatGPT, and asked it to give me a bullet point summary of the key points. All right, and organize it. So this is what it said. General economic overview. The U.S. economy is entering a sharp decline that feels sudden and alarming. That's right. It remind me of that precept. Suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou should be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction. 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. The sons of men are snared in the evil time when it falls suddenly upon them. It's Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter. Right? So the day of the Lord, the Lord is bringing his judgment as a thief. All right? A thief in the night. And people are starting to feel the effects of it. Right? The effects of these prophecies. The effects of the visions. Investors are shifting to gold and silver amid rising fears of economic collapse. So these investors are panicking, are growing, so they can see the writing on the wall, right? They see what a lot of Americans is not paying attention to. A growing cost of living crisis forcing Americans to cut back sharply on spending. And I even have to do that, me personally. I know a lot of other people, these average Babylonians is doing it, they had to really tighten up on budgeting, spending. They had to sacrifice certain fun things that they might engage in, so-called fun. They got to cut out a lot of things in order to save money to survive. Economic stress is widespread. Rising debt, layoffs, inflation, pessimism dominate. The situation risks turning from a slow decline into a rapid collapse. All right, a rapid collapse. So it's speeding up. The Lord is hastening his word to perform it. All right. 18 key signs the U.S. economy is worse than most think. Holiday spending drop. Consumers plan to spend over 10% less than last year. Gen Z expects a 34% cut. Number 2, empty store shelves. But that's actually a prophecy that's going to play out, and we kind of speculate it's going to take place during the rolling blackouts, man. The EMP attack, when the lights go out and people storm these stores and ransack the place and loot it. But it's kind of starting out on a lesser level, right? Growing reports of shortages, fewer choices, and store brand replacements. Number 3, record household debt. U.S. household debt hits 18.4 trillion. Aggressive debt collection spikes. Number 4, auto loan delinquency soaring. Subprime delinquency surged 50%. Monthly car payments are unaffordable for many. You see that? Hey, the writing is on the wall, man. And there's way more. Number 5, regional banking fears. Bank stocks fall due to bad auto and commercial real estate loans. Number 6, student loan defaults rising. Over 9.6 million borrowers are delinquent or in default. Number 7, longer food bank lines. Demand for food assistance surging as families can't afford groceries. So that's that plague of poverty, man. In 2 chapter 15 and 49, it's consuming America. Number 8, wages versus inflation. 62% of workers say living costs are rising faster than their income. Soaring electricity costs. Power bills are rising twice as fast as overall inflation. Number 10, restaurant price hikes looming. 48% of restaurants say they will raise prices soon. Number 11. Man, this overnight shift ain't no joke, man. Number 11, more cooking at home, highest rate since 2020 lockdowns, indicating economic strain. All right, that's those streets that the scriptures speak about. That pressure, the squeeze. Number 12, farm crisis brewing. Commodity prices collapse. Input costs soar. Farmers fear another Farmageddon. Number 3, poor job quality. 60% of workers lack a quality job with financial stability and security. That's a fact. Number 14, paycheck to paycheck living. 60% or 67% of U.S. workers now live paycheck to paycheck. It's almost 70%, man. Almost three quarters, man, of U.S. workers, man. It's crazy. It's the Lord's doing, though, man. This is the Lord doing this. He's behind it. And that's what we're here to tell you people out there, to warn you that 2 14 and 14, for yet greater evils that those without have seen shall be done hereafter. It's going to get worse. We are in the beginning of sorrows, and the Lord is not calling back his words. It's coming. It's coming. The worst time ever in history. We full steam ahead into that. Evil and only evil, behold, is come. The end is coming. The end of the so-called white man's system, the end of this empire. Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, man. A violent overthrow. The day of doom shall be the end of this time, man. Evils is coming. The last days, perilous times shall come. 2 Timothy 3:1. She about to get bad. Alright, so number 15, mass layoffs. Major companies like Paramount are cutting thousands of jobs. Not just them companies, more companies. Number 16, wealth inequality widens. Oh yeah, number 15, the sound, the grind are gonna become low. With Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Number 16, and also in Isaiah, I think it says there shall not be any work for Egypt. It's not as a brush of the head may do. Wealth inequality widens. Top 10% now account for nearly 50% of all consumer spending. That's your upper middle class rich, right? Number 17, record stock market leverage. Margin debt hits all-time high at 1.13 trillion. Number 18, pessimism hits record high. 57% of Americans expect things to get worse in 2026, the highest in survey history. And it's so crazy, a lot of Edomites know this. A lot of heathen nations. And the scriptures say, the children of this world and their generations are wiser than the children of light. Only thing a nigga he got his mind on is vanity, man. Bullshit. Shit don't matter. Sports, entertainment, streamers, and all types of celebrity, beef, drama, gossip, nothing. Jake worry about the wrong damn things. And they don't even understand that they about to get caught up in the Lord's plagues and evils, man. And they gonna fall by the sword, man. The Lord gonna number them to the sword. The broader conclusion, economic collapse appears increasingly likely due to decades of poor fiscal policy and excessive debt. Oldham had laid of himself with thick clay, right? The middle class is being wiped out, and trust in the system is eroding. Without drastic change, the foundational structures of the U.S. prosperity are at risk of total breakdown. And it ain't no healing America, right? Ain't no healing this place. No healing Babylon. The scripture say, forsake her. So the economy is fucked, as you see, right? And in America, like I said, America won't be healed, and it's circling the drain. It's a downward spiral, man. And people, especially Jake, man, they leaning on they on that broken reed. They trusting in the system. They believe in the strength of this corrupt government, man, this fallen empire. And they can't see that it's falling. They think the system, this government is, it's never gonna fall. And although it may stumble, they think that, it's still gonna regain its footing. They have that normalcy bias, and they think it's gonna last forever. And, they believe in the security of all their future plans. There's decades and decades to come. They think that shit's secure, and their way of life is preserved. Or it's gonna be preserved. It's bullshit, man. The thing is just gonna die down and go back to normal. No. These be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. The Lord's about to send his wrath upon the world, man. He's about to turn the world upside down. and us as his servants, we're warning the people. Now, the Most High is making, the American dream, this illusion to crumble. They trust in the shadow of Egypt. That shit is becoming a confusion. Because, like, poverty forces people to face reality. Them hard times. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. In the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity. So, you see that the Lord's making people see that wealth is temporary. The government systems are fragile. And like it's all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. It's the time and the season, everything. The time to plant, the time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to be born and a time to die, man. America is dying. And only the Most High, provides, only Yahweh provides lasting security, which only the elect gonna dwell in. They're gonna dwell in that secret place in the shadow of the Almighty, right? Psalms 91. So while the wicked experience, this time in these hardships as judgment, the righteous is going to experience it as purification and just, trials. For gold is tried in the fire and exalted with men in the furnace of adversities, to purify us, man. I know the way which ye have tried me, and I shall come forth as gold. I'll grab this quick precept. Proverbs 25:4, take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. So this what this time is doing, is purifying us, man. We're going from faith to faith. The Lord's building up our faith and endurance and patience. So, we all got to go through this shit, man. But the Lord is going to, the fate between the righteous and the wicked is going to play out different. But the Lord is going to deliver the righteous and make a way out of no way. Many other afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered them out of them all, right? In this time of poverty and economic hardship is, like I said, it's going to try our faith and work our patience, and build up that spiritual endurance. And, it forces you to be humble and seek the Lord, for help. It realigns your priorities, to make you understand what's really important, man. Money is not important, the Lord is, man. So, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death, right? So, even as the system collapsed, there is a remnant being prepared and purified through that hardship. They're going to be taken through the fire and then come forth as that gold. Zechariah 13, But the wicked, they're gonna be burnt up by that fire. But hopefully this video was edifying, man. Until next time.